On April 19, 1897, an article in the Dallas Morning News described the UFO crash. The UFO is said to have hit a windmill on the property of a Judge J.S. Proctor 2 days earlier at around 6 a.m. local time, resulting in its crash. The pilot, who was reported to be not of this world, and a Martian according to a reported Army Signal Service officer named T.J. Weems from nearby Fort Worth, did not survive the crash and was buried with Christian rites at the nearby Aurora Cemetery. Reportedly, wreckage from the crash site was dumped into a nearby well located under the damaged windmill, while some ended up with the alien in the grave. Adding to the mystery was the story of Mr. Brawley Oates, who purchased Judge Proctor's property around 1935. Oates cleaned out the debris from the well in order to use it as a water source, but later developed an extremely severe case of arthritis, which he claimed to be the result of contaminated water from the wreckage dumped into the well. As a result, Oates sealed up the well with a concrete slab and placed an outbuilding atop the slab in 1945. MUFON Investigation Report. MUFON uncovered 2 new eyewitnesses to the crash. Mary Evans, who was 15 at the time, told of how her parents went to the crash site and the discovery of the alien body. Charlie Stevens, who was age 10, told how he saw the airship trailing smoke as it headed north toward Aurora. He wanted to see what happened, but his father made him finish his chores. Later, he told how his father went to town the next day and saw wreckage from the crash. MUFON then investigated the Aurora Cemetery and uncovered a grave marker that appeared to show a flying saucer of some sort, as well as readings from its metal detector. MUFON asked for permission to exhume the site, but the Cemetery Association declined permission. After the MUFON investigation, the marker mysteriously disappeared from the cemetery and a 3-inch pipe was placed into the ground. MUFON's metal detector no longer picked up metal readings from the grave, thus it was presumed that the metal was removed from the grave. MUFON's report eventually stated that the evidence was inconclusive, but did not rule out the possibility of a hoax. Tim Oates, grandson of Brawley Oates and the now owner of the property with the sealed well where the UFO wreckage was purportedly buried, allowed the investigators to unseal the well, in order to examine it for possible debris. Water was taken from the well which tested normal except for large amounts of aluminum present. The well had no significant contents. It was stated in the episode that any large pieces of metal had been removed from the well by a past owner of the property. In addition, the Aurora Cemetery was again examined. Although the Cemetery Association still did not permit exhumation, using ground-penetrating radar and photos from prior visits, an unmarked grave was found in the area near other 1890s graves. However, the condition of the grave was badly deteriorated, and the radar could not conclusively prove what type of remains existed. The landowner gave them pieces of metal that contained mostly aluminum and an unknown element.